Hello, Central Florida, Orlando area. Welcome back to 91.5 WPRK. You're listening to Flower Hour, weekly live music segment. And we just heard an awesome live session by the Orlando artist, Eric Jafet. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. That was really an awesome session. It was really fun.
Thank you, man. It was a blast.
Nice. Was that your first time kind of doing like a live session sort of deal, like in studio but also live?
So we did something sort of similar to that last year with a great group called Morningside Sessions. They do a lot of fantastic artists around Orlando, and so that was awesome. But this is the first on-air performance that I've ever done, and our first in-studio performance with our new guitar player, Alex.
Nice. Awesome. It went well from my end, went well from your end.
Oh, fantastic, man. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it, especially to ring in this Halloween festivities
Yes,
we have coming up here.
Vibes. Yes, I love that the witch song and spooky vibes in there, you know.
Thanks, man. Yeah, with witch and vampire, I thought it was appropriate. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's a coincidence that I ended up with those two. I swear I'm not going for like a haunted theme or anything.
Nice. Cool. So in your little info form, you talked a little bit about playing at the Whiskey A Go Go when you were 14.
Yes.
You
So,
want to tell me a little bit about that?
of course. So I played at the Whiskey A Go Go when I was 14. It was my first show, first time ever on stage, and I played with a rock supergroup with a great guitar player named Alex Grossi, who plays with Quiet Riot, Dizzy Reed, who plays keyboards in Guns N' Roses, and yeah, it was fantastic, man. I was lucky enough. We went up and did a cover of Guns N' Roses. It's So Easy, and I was terrified, like in the green room before we went up.
Yeah.
But when I got on stage, it felt really good, and the guys were really great and just sort of guided me because I was 14 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they treated me with respect. They were super cool, and yeah, man, it was an awesome first performance for sure.
Cool. Yeah. How was that like doing that like at 14 as compared to like if you were to do that today? Like, was it a little more? Do you think you were more nervous back then, or you'd be more nervous now that you kind of understand the full gravity of it?
Yeah, I think obviously comfortability comes with time and repetition. I was pretty nervous going up there. I don't really get nerves like that anymore. But I definitely probably would have been able to use it a little better if I was older. You know,
Yeah.
when I was 14, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was kind of naive, and I figured I would go out there and play one show and get signed.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know,
makes sense.
but other than that, no, man. I mean, it was a blast then, and it's a blast now.
Awesome.
You know,
Cool. So yeah, how did you like get started into music? Is there any like specific kind of time that you really got deep into it, or any influences that got you in?
so I have a lot of influences from music that I heard growing up. My parents would play me stuff that I would discover on my own, mostly like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s rock. I love bands like Prince, but I also love the Smiths. You know, it's and there's great modern bands right now. I really like Arctic Monkeys in 1975, although I guess they're not even really considered modern anymore. I'm kind of dating myself here, but
Still modern.
yeah. I mean, I love Van Halen. I play a Van Halen guitar. And my amp is all Van Halen equipment. Rest in peace. And yeah, David Bowie is another really big one. And I just wanted to do what they do. You know, I would watch concerts growing up and just kind of imagine myself doing the same thing. And it's as awesome as I thought it would be. So
Awesome.
that's
Super
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So like, what made you kind of want to go down the route of like producing and writing yourself, like as opposed to like big collaborative setting?
So when I was younger, I was about 13, 14. I was trying to put together a band, and my bass player and best friend Ryan Rourke, who I've been playing with for a long time, is like the only person that that I've ever really gelled with on a creative level from that age. I had a really hard time finding like other people that were as involved and as serious about it as myself. Not to act like I'm taking it super serious or whatever, but I just, you know, I couldn't get everybody on the same page. People wouldn't, you know, come to rehearsal, and so I just figured I would kind of take over and write everything myself. And I wanted to be able to do it even when nobody else was around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to be able to create not on anyone's schedule but my own. So it was honestly more out of necessity than anything else.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, like utility. We were just talking about having like how extra members make things a lot harder. If you get bigger than a 4-piece, you're really
100%.
you're in for some logistical nightmares.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of great technology these days that help with that.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So yeah, what about when it comes to like writing music and kind of doing that process? Like what usually comes first for you? Is that like lyrics or guitar, or do you think like, oh, I want to make this type of vibe for a song, and you fill in the blanks?
So there's like a million different ways that I say that I would that I probably approach it, but more often than not, I do the music part first, and then I do vocals afterward. I find it just easier to write that way, but what really helps me is sometimes I'll try to come up with a title for a song like very early on, because it'll like really push forward the process a lot faster, and I'll kind of have like sort of a mental image of what I want, and it ends up defining the song. I try to get a title as early as possible. If anybody's out there looking to write music or improve their songwriting, that's probably one piece of advice that I would give.
Yeah.
Even if it's a working title, you don't have to keep it, but it might just spur something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because each one of your songs kind of had this like well-rounded feel to it, like nice vibe to
Thank
it,
you so
and,
much.
like,
I appreciate that, genuinely.
Yeah, of course. Really like fit in with like the choruses and all that.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
So right, you just dropped Another Day in Paradise, the music video.
Yes.
How was that experience making that,
Oh
doing
my
that?
God. So it was so much
like?
fun, man. I'm going to put out a behind the scenes video for it in the coming days. But, well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Beefy King in Orlando. It's a legendary Orlando restaurant since 1968. Shout out to Shannon and Woody. You guys were amazing. They let us film there and do whatever we wanted. They're closed on Sunday, so we went in on a Sunday. Okay. And, you know, we made a mess. I mean, obviously we cleaned up, but like they were just happy to have us there. It was so cool. And everybody in the video, my friends, you know, Jason, who plays drums with us, Jason Flanders, he took a key lime pie to the face.
Yep.
My buddy Lance Anderson, same thing. Ryan gets hit with ketchup and mustard. His dad plays the manager. My girlfriend Catherine plays the manager's girlfriend, and
nice.
There were cameos from Marshall from Montgomery Drive, Marshall Rones, and Tony Murphy over at Will's. Ryan's girlfriend Rain was at the cash register with us. So it was a lot of great people, and then my friend Davis from when I was a kid. So it was like a real family environment. We were laughing the entire time, and I knew that we had a good video when people started like filming some of the crazy stunts that we were doing on their own phones. It just felt like one of those lightning in a bottle moments. I mean, it was honestly one of the best days of my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, you just capture that like fun music energy, you know, people having fun.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was definitely a process to get everything together. Shout out to Andrew Olmstead, who directed the video. He was an amazing like one-man band, setting up the lights and filming everything, kind of directing everybody. He was fantastic. And we all came together and storyboarded the idea, the costumes, everything. It was a lot of work, but I think it paid off.
Nice, yeah, I would say so as well. Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely.
man.
So we got some plans for a new EP coming out, right?
Yes, sir. So I'm doing a trilogy of EPs. The first one got released late last year called The Fantasy. The second one is The Storm, and the third is The Aftermath. But we're on the second one right now. And so Fancy Car and Another Day in Paradise are on The Storm. And then there's two more songs, one of which we played tonight called Diva, and then one we didn't play called Jealous Boyfriend. And that will be dropping. I will announce the date shortly, but it's going to be dropping in November.
Okay, awesome. And so, like, what does that release mean to you, like, personally, kind of on... Have you been planning this out for a while?
Yeah, for sure. We've played all these songs live a number of times. Got a real chance to kind of workshop them. They were mixed by the great Tony Murphy and mastered by the great Shane Slack. And I produced and wrote everything myself. Jason's on the drums in there, obviously, but the rest of it's me. And these are songs that I've had that I've been very excited to release. One part of why I like this so much is that on the Fantasy, you know, a lot of those songs, I've had a lot of songs that I've collected over my life, like writing. And I feel like only finally now I'm like catching up to the new ones because I've had such a backlog of like older stuff that I wanted to put out. And now I'm finally caught up. For example, like Paradise and Fancy Car are like brand new songs. Diva's like a couple of years old now, but it just sounds still fresh as ever to me. So yeah, I'm really excited to like clear the queue, so to speak, and cool. Start putting out even more. And then the Aftermath is like all brand new stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was gonna just say like, how do they connect to each other? Like, what's the...
So the story is kind of the classic story that it's not really like a super defined narrative. It's sort of loose, but it's sort of told within the titles, like The Fantasy, The Storm, and The Aftermath. It's growing up. So basically the fantasy is like you're young adult, maybe just turned 18 or whatever, and you're really, excited, optimistic, but also a little bit naive about life and how things are going to turn out. The storm is the time in your life when you're kind of, you lose yourself a little bit, and everything kind of falls apart, and all those naive ideas kind of go out the window. And then the Aftermath is sort of finding yourself again, and the resolution and coming out of all of that, which I definitely have lived and am living. And I'm just doing my best to try to tell the story of my own life because I'm the only person that I can speak for.
Yeah.
You know, and I just hope that others might listen and relate if they feel the same.
Yeah, I mean that's like fascinating. It's I see a lot of like
Thanks,
young
man.
artists who kind of go out, write songs, but don't really have an idea of what they're doing. They're kind of just like, oh,
Well, that
this-
was me forever, though.
Okay, yeah,
like forever.
yeah.
You
For
know,
a lot of people, yeah.
It's only within the last couple of years that I feel like I've got a solid idea of what I'm doing or trying to do, and but that only comes from like spending a lot of time making a lot of mistakes, writing a lot of music. Because I mean, my first show at the Whiskey was 2013. You know, we're in 2025 now, almost 2026. So it's been a long time. There's really no shortcut. You just kind of have to put in the hours. You know.
Definitely. Well, it's great to see it all blossoming now. And
Thanks, man. I
you're right in
appreciate that a lot.
Definitely like soak it in, like you're in your like in the storm era, like soak it in,
Yeah.
like, because it's gonna come fast. Before you know it, they'll all be out. And
Yeah.
you'll be looking back at that project. That'll
Yeah.
be super cool.
For sure, man. Thank you.
So, yeah, I loved your set list tonight. It was awesome. I wanted to ask if there's any like specific songs that you really like playing live. Like,
Oh man. I love our last one, When She's Walking By. That's a classic because that's the first song I ever wrote. I wrote that. That song was written in 2014 at like the height of like the black and white Tumblr girl era.
yeah,
And I was listening to a lot of that back then, and that really influenced it. I wrote it about my girlfriend. Still, we've been dating for 10 years, Catherine and I. But I basically we danced together for the first time at homecoming, and she had a boyfriend at the time. Wasn't this was high school? It wasn't anything nefarious or anything.
Yeah.
But I basically like that night decided like I'm in love with her. I'm gonna write her a song,
Nice.
and yeah, so that's how that came out. And yeah, I love that one. Witch is a lot of fun because it's really intense and big. I like the spooky vibe of it. Fancy Car, Diva are great because I get to move around a little bit with the mic. Now that we've got another guitar player, I'm not so attached to the microphone live anymore. I can actually like take the mic out of the stand and move around the stage, and it's really nice. It's freeing, and I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. That's
Honestly,
like,
I love them all. It's really hard to decide. They all have their own
yeah, definitely.
quirks, you know.
Own little specialties and stuff. Do you guys use tracks when you play live?
We do, yeah. So I've got a lot of 80s influence in my music, and apart from lugging around 200-pound, $10,000 synthesizers and hiring a keyboard player, I don't really have the resources to do that right now as much as I would love to. So we fill in a lot of those synth elements that you hear on the record that I play myself at home. I write and play it all. So they're my synths. So, I at least have a little, like, I'll push back on people who like are anti-track because there are some people that are out there like that. But I think it really does a big job of filling in the sound, making it sound bigger. And there's a lot of there's some synth vocal elements in there too, like on Witch. I'm using like a isotope vocal synth in the studio track, and the song is awesome with or without it, but it just makes it so much bigger, and it makes it what I intended it to be originally. But we do play to a click, but you'd be surprised how much like room there actually is in there, push and pull, and it is 100% live.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's such a cool sound.
Thanks, man.
So how about like any shows that stick out in your brain for sometimes maybe if you've opened for people, any memorable nights like that?
Yeah. Opening for Quiet Riot was awesome. We did that in Cocoa Beach or Daytona Beach, and that was a year or two ago. It was fantastic. That's a band that I love, 80s metal, 80s hard rock, everything. Yeah. So that was a band that I grew up listening to, so it was really, really cool to open for them. We've got a show coming up here on November 7th, opening for A Story Told with Nightbreakers and Inlet at Will's Pub, which is going to be awesome. So I'm very excited for that one. The last show we played was in Tampa on the 25th. It was with Ace Monroe, who, shout out to them. They're a fantastic rock band, doing it right. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, man, I love them all. Kind of like the songs, it's hard to really decide. But Quiet Riot was definitely a special one for us for a lot of reasons.
Nice. How about any specific venues you've played that really that you just love? You love to go back to.
Well, obviously, shout out to Will's Pub. We love Will's Pub.
Big Will's Pub,
that's an Orlando staple, no doubt about it. Love that place. We started at the Iron Cow long time ago. Conduit is great. These are all like Central Florida venues. The Masquerade in Atlanta was really cool.
Nice. That one.
Yeah, it's like kind of, dude, it's built into like this crazy like former abandoned like underground above ground shopping mall, which is wild. So you're walking around, there's these really like these liminal spaces that are very like very vaporwave,
Yeah.
so to speak. And there's like crazy tunnels back there, and great room, great vibe. That's a really cool place. That's one of the cooler places, I think. that we've
Yeah,
ever
it's
been
kind of
to.
a dream spot for me. A lot of my
You'll
favorite bands have
you'll
played
be there in no time, dude.
Hopefully,
you guys are
yeah.
killing it. It's gonna be amazing.
Thank you. Cool.
Shout out to Walking Blue, by the way. Fantastic. Playing Vans Warped Tour. Go check them out. They're amazing. Obviously, everybody who listens probably already knows Jimmy, but shout out. Wanted to make that clear.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
The two things you hear a lot in here are Will's Pub and Walking Blue.
I'm sure.
Pretty repetitive.
Two Orlando staples.
Yep. Cool. So, like, how about just your time in the Orlando scene? Did you grow up in Orlando?
Yes. So I've lived in Orlando pretty much my entire life. I was born in Hollywood, Florida. And I moved here when I was about 5.
Okay.
So all of my, actual memories are here. I've lived in the kind of downtown Orlando area for probably 90% of it, and I grew up around like a lot of different musicians here because my friends and my dad at the time was kind of involved with some local bands. There's one called Coyote Theory that used to come around the house a lot, and they went viral on TikTok a couple of years ago with a song, but they'd been broken up since like 2012, and I mean, I saw them open for 21 Pilots at the Social, dude, in like 2012.
At the Social?
Yeah, I was a kid. I wasn't old enough to be there, so they had to sneak me in.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Spending a lot of time with them kind of gave me a lot of foundation for songwriting, and so I've basically been around playing music the whole time, just watching it grow. And honestly, like the Orlando scene is so unbelievable right now.
Yeah.
Like there are so many great bands, yours included, especially.
Thank you.
And of any kind of genre you want. I mean, there's hardcore, there's metal, there's indie, there's pop, there's hard rock, there's everything from left to right. And we're kind of on the pop rock spectrum. I kind of try to do everything from all the way to pop, all the way to rock, and everything in between.
Cool.
So we end up on a lot of mixed bills for that reason. But man, I love the Orlando scene. It's so great to see the city finally have the scene that it has always deserved.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, in the last couple of years, do you think it's, like, growing?
Oh,
or?
exponentially, dude.
Okay.
Since COVID,
Amazing.
specifically,
Nice,
I think.
nice. That's around when I got involved, when it started getting back.
Exactly.
COVID,
That was really like a boom. And then so many people moved here, and like people from out of town that bring their kind of influences and stuff with them. So it's this crazy, like Orlando is an eclectic melting pot because it's such an international city.
Yeah.
Like so many people move here from all over the world. So many people visit. I think like 40 million come through our airport a year. So there's a crazy melting pot of like different stuff here. And I think it lends itself to the music and the scene. And I think because we have Disney World, our real culture and city identity is almost like a response to that. It's like it has to exist because everybody always goes, oh, Orlando, Disney. And, it almost feels like we're like fighting back in a sense and creating our own cultural identity. And, I mean, it's amazing, man. It's definitely blowing up more and more. There's a lot of bands coming out of here that are great. And it's only going up from here, in my opinion.
It's great to hear. It's great to hear because I've been seeing it. I'm like, is this how it's always been?
No,
like, is this,
no, it hasn't.
Like,
It's. I mean, this is like. There's always been great bands around here. I don't want to. Talk down about the past, but it's definitely like at its peak right now. I think it's just going to take like one band blowing up that's from here, like blowing up hard, for everybody to notice. And sort of like. It feels like 90s Seattle to me. I always say that to my friends. I can't imagine.
I just think, like, if there were record execs around here going into Will's every night,
there will be. Give it time.
Yeah,
Once the first band comes through, they'll get it. I mean, they're slow on the draw right now. They're dinosaurs, but when they see what we have going on, they'll be very impressed.
Nice. So yeah, I'm coming up on the top of the hour here, but I want to ask, just outside of music, is there anything else that you got passion for, you like to do, anything like that?
I spend 99% of my time writing music. I love hanging out with my friends, my family, my brothers, Chris and Jack, my girlfriend, Kat. And I'm watching The Sopranos right now.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
This is my second rewatch. Yeah, I love it. Have you seen it?
No,
Dude.
my dad's a big fan, and I'm from New Jersey. So
Oh, my God.
I know. That's
How
what
have you not
everybody
seen
says. I just have avoided it my whole
You
life.
got to start it tonight. It's so good. Season 1 might be a little slow. They build like a lot of foundation, but like season 2 onward, I mean, dude, you got to watch it. It's the best. I'm struggling not to quote it right now, but I don't think there's anything that they say in that show that I can say on it. So
That's what I would think, yeah. Awesome. Well, so just for the people at home, you want to say any upcoming shows, upcoming releases to
Yeah.
keep an eye out
so
for?
go check out the Another Day in Paradise music video on YouTube. The Storm is coming out in November. I'll look out for that release date. That'll be Diva, Jealous Boyfriend. We've got a show with a story told on November 7th. We got Nightbreakers and Inlet on there. Shout out to Glory Days for that show. And yeah, that's really it, man. And shout out to Walking Blue again.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Good luck at Warped Tour, man.
Thank you so much. And where can people find you on socials?
So at Eric Jafet, everybody pronounces my last name wrong, but it's spelled Jafet and it's pronounced Jafet. So Eric with a C.
Jafet?
People say Jafet all the
okay.
time, yeah. But it's Jafet, like buffet, beret, Chalamet, you know.
Jafet.
They get those right, but yeah. So ERIC, JAFET, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Well, thank
go
you
check
again
it
for
out.
coming in, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us. And happy Halloween to everybody out there
Yes.
listening.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to 91.5 WPRK. You've been listening to Flower Hour with Eric Jafet. Thanks again, man. I really do appreciate it. And of course, and tune in next week for... We have not quite figured it out yet, but we will. So we'll see you all
Maybe I'll
next
come
week.
back.
Yeah, maybe Eric Jafet again. See you guys next week.
See you guys.